the theme of this gathering insinuates, Africa in general, and the Eastern Africa region in particular, has remarkable potential and capabilities to leverage on and expedite for regional integration. Our sub-region, the Horn of Africa, after decades of externally induced inter- and intra-state conflicts, has begun to breathe air of hope and togetherness, peace and stability, critical prerequisite for regional integration, is a new opportunity that we can leverage on for regional integration. After signing the agreement deal by both heads of state and government, there was a glimpse of peace, and now we really attained it. Peace and stability is basic element for development and economic integration of these countries. Therefore, we say regional economic market is quite necessary for these countries. We do have natural resources. We are very rich, and we have to make use of these natural resources.
Today, East Africa is growing at 6.6%. We expect this growth to continue. We need to create 8.5 million jobs. It is an amazing time to be in East Africa, of course, because we see a lot of peace. The CFTA cannot take root if we do not have peace and stability. We are in Eritrea, Asmara today to have this conversation, and I think this is part of what the CFTA is about, regional integration and how we connect the people, not only through economics, but also with peace and prosperity.
Eritrea is very keen on regional integration, very keen on how we can further the togetherness, so to speak, of the region. And these discussions are going to help towards that. These 14 countries, a lot of the issues are topical issues. So it's very definitely going to help towards that. And these platforms are always fantastic also to share lessons and experiences between countries.
The rate of growth of the region is very impressive by global and continental standards. It's the fastest growing sub-region in Africa. We're estimating growth for this year, for 2019, of 6.1% for Eastern Africa, and that may rise to 6.5% for 2020, which is approximately double the global average.
The CFTA last year, as we speak now, 54 countries have signed. Many other countries are in the process of ratifying, so the parliamentary processes of the ratification is going on in at least another 10 countries. So we are making progress in terms of the ratification of the CFTA.
And we need to start emphasizing the need to build the capacity of African member states and the capacity of regional economic communities to collect good quality tourism statistics in terms of having good quality tourism statistics.
At the end of the day, you need entrepreneurs, you need ordinary folk, you need your ordinary informal trader to go out there and leverage on the intra-Africa trade. And how do they know about this? You know, when you're not communicating.
Several countries have shared their experience, and that has been taken as the basis for the discussion in terms of promoting blue economy as a way of maximizing the utilization of these sectors and this experience for regional integration in Eastern African countries.
የምስራቅ አፍሪካ ሀገራትን የሚያስተሳስሩ ግን ደግሞ ሰፊ ሀብት ያላቸው ለኢኮኖሚ አስተዋጽኦ የሚያደርጉ ሴክተሮች ዘርፎች እነማን ናቸው የሚለው ተመርጦ ያው ከግብርና ጀምሮ ንግድ፣ ቱሪዝም፣ ኢንዱስትሪ እነዚህን የመሳሰሉ ቅድሚያ ተሰጥቷቸው በእነዚህ አንድ ላይ ቢሰራ ሪጅኑ ያድጋል። የሪጅኑ ማደግ ደግሞ አጠቃላይ ለአፍሪካም ትልቅ አስተዋጽኦ ያደርጋል።
So there is a place for the private sector. The question is, the private sector is profit motivated. How do you engage the private sector that is going to make profit, but also be mindful that even poor people who may not have a lot of money want access to power, not only for lighting their houses, but maybe for setting up small-scale and medium-scale enterprises that need power for them to prosper?
At ECA level, we're going to launch actually next month the Sustainable Development Goals 7 initiative. Basically, it comes from the recognition that we need speed to achieve 2030 targets. We already have 11 years left, and much progress has to be done in terms of putting the necessary energy infrastructure in place. So we understand that these projects take time. Part of the problem is mobilizing and organizing finance to implement these projects in partnership with the private sector.
We have been relying so much on nature-based tourism. We are looking at blue economy, tourism based on water. We are looking at urban, rural tourism. We are looking at community-based tourism. But also the profile of the African has changed. We are looking for shopping, entertainment, fashion, music. So when we travel from east to west or south to north, we want to experience the Africa we don't know.
When you go out to do your value for money, you have the value for people aspect in mind, so that when you structure this project, people can actually use this infrastructure project for their benefit.
If you can't compete effectively in a region which is closest to you, in which you have a better understanding of consumption patterns, of the skills base that's available, of what people want to consume, then how are you going to compete in a global arena? So for me, regional integration is a really good stepping stone to allow African countries to be able to position themselves effectively to compete at the global level.